All right, and we're back. Another Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. First Saturday of the month. We're on the wake-up list. Do the job with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is kind of ironic. First of the month, Tigers going to Cleveland. What's that famous song? First of the month. All right, and we're back.
I have no idea. You're not gonna put me into that one. I have no idea.
That's right. What's that rap group? What's the song? The first of the month. I gotta look that up real quick.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yeah, Tigers going to Cleveland. It's the first of the month. Our first show. They play today right after we finished the show a little bit about an hour afterwards. Yes, sir. So of course, before we even get to there, we want to make sure we say rest in peace to Greg Landry, former quarterback and coach of the Detroit Lions. He passed away at the age of 77. And I remember Greg Landry as a kid playing for the Lions. And so he wasn't a great, of course, he wasn't one of the greats because they weren't winning championships or anything like that. But he's still a member of the Lions family. So we want to shout out to him and his family and thank him for all the great memories. All right, just jump right into it. Now, what jersey you got? Let's start right there.
Oh, I did the honor because my man passed, man, Pete Rose, man. So I said, because the Lions on the bye. I ain't about to wear no Michigan jersey. I ain't about to wear no Tiger jersey until I have to wear a Tiger jersey. I should have worn a Guardians jersey. But it wouldn't have been the Guardians. It would have been the Indians. So
I thought you was gonna break out your Albert Bell.
If I was gonna wear an Indian jersey, I would have wore the one who just got the job for the Indians. I mean for the Reds.
Francona?
I would have worn Terry Francona jersey.
Okay.
I like Terry Francona. We should have had Terry Francona.
I like him as well.
We could have had Terry Francona before AJ Hinch.
Yep. But he didn't want to come on over. Right? At the time, you can't blame him because right at the time we was looking.
They should have let me talk to him. I'd have got him over here. Took him down there to the after hours place called the Grind. He would have been like, "Where I sign?" Showed him a few things what the downtown Detroit has to offer. He would have signed. Just saying, man. Sometimes you got to put perks in.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's worked out for us. I had a feeling from the very beginning that they had the right guy. AJ Hinch, of course, he came from Houston, and he was accused. They accused him of cheating in the World Series a couple times. They didn't take the rings back though. He got fired and he got fined, and the Tigers were able to get him after he had to sit out a year. And so they watching the Tigers very closely.
Right. So how do we know he didn't cheat against them? His former team.
They watch. It's about 10 cameras on the dugout.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, if he cheated the Stankies, how we know he didn't cheat? See, man, that's why you should have went and got Terry Francona.
But it's extra microphones and extra cameras on the Tigers dugout.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, how we know 4 or 5 years from now, we don't know that Tarek Skubal had an extra microphone in his glove or something. I'm just saying, it's a lot of things out here.
It's a lot of teams. Most teams steal signs, whether it's MLB, whether it's NFL. It's a reason why they come out there and they go like this.
Right.
They talk like it's a reason. Yeah, University of Michigan. Yeah.
Stallions got his first victory.
Kind of Stallion. Mumford finally won a game.
They beat Western 16-8.
Okay. All right. I stopped looking at it because it's not because of Stallions, it's because of the kids. And this is high school. These kids out there doing it because it's fun. And they was getting beat up pretty bad, and I didn't want to pour salt on the wound. So congratulations to Mumford High School.
Now, let's just be clear. Yeah, I didn't say you had to win the World Series. I said you had to go, right? And if you go, I have to put on the Tiger jersey, right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I got the ramifications down. Because I'm trying to do everything to have to not do that. I mean, I went down there. I did that. Okay, I did that. But I'm not trying to put that jersey on, man.
Well, speaking of which, the Felix effect, since that day, July 19th, they are 41-25. They went 2-2 over the last week, and since our last show, and they won 2 in a row in Houston. And I had the great chance to go down there, and I owe it all to Felix. Felix says he texted me on Monday, asked me how do you think we was gonna do in Houston, and my mind went automatically to football. I started talking football, and I was like, wait a minute, he talking about baseball. I started looking at them tickets. First they said $18, but of course that's way up. Right. And so I was like, I'm too old to be climbing all them, walking up them ramps and stuff, even though I'm in much better shape than I was before. And I checked in the lower bowl, $35, and I'm like, well, let me have him grab this. I'm in right field, row 15 in the primo spot, and enjoying myself for $35. I spent more money on gas than I did on
ticket.
on the ticket. Gas and the salt. I didn't drink a soda, but I had gas and water driving down there. And on the food at the stadium, I got a hot dog and a water in the stadium. So I spent more money on that than I did on anything else.
I can't believe that's why when you was like, I'm going, I'm like, you going? Yeah, I'm going. I'm like, man, stop, please. Yeah. That's why this train has to come to an end. And Mr. Harris, no, I said the World Series. I did not say the playoffs. I knew. See that. Y'all try to get. I'll be already over here stirring the pot, man. No, you're not going to the World Series. This gonna end because I'm gonna make a call. As soon as this show is, I'm gonna make a call to Cleveland. I make a phone call, man. This fairy tale got to come to an end, man. Because I was like, I thought about it last night. I was like, if they go to the World Series, and then you even let's go. I'm like, man, I'm not going down. But you know what? Right here, right now, live. 11:09 a.m. They go to the World Series. We going.
Oh, I'm writing it down. Marcus, write it down. Steve, put it in the chat.
On pure Tiger, everything. That jacket, that jersey, the whole nine. But I know they ain't going, so I ain't worried. I ain't worried.
I'm writing it down. Now that right there is exciting in itself. Just the fact that you said those words, even though you don't believe it's gonna happen. Just the fact that you said those words.
As soon as this show is over. Matter of fact, I'm leaving this show early because I got to make a phone call.
You go call Skinny Sal and you gonna send him so he can
do like Robert De Niro in Goodfellas. Casino. Robert De Niro in Casino.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna send Skinny Sal down there, so you can bust up some kneecaps like down at the Joe Louis Arena, like old girl did for the Olympics.
I gotta make a phone call, man. Okay, so they win this series, then it's the series before the World Series, right?
Yeah, ALCS. This is the American League Divisional Series.
Okay, so that means that either the Royals or the Stankies will be waiting. It's gonna probably okay, man. Then I ain't gonna have to make a phone call because you don't want to see neither one of them. So I'm good.
Well, we beat the Royals 4 out of the last 6 games we played them in the last 2 weeks. We also beat the Yankees in our last series we played against them.
Wasn't nothing at stake. You talking about a trip to the series, right? Wasn't nothing at stake.
Still, the confidence is there.
Yeah, but like I said, the Aaron Judge and them ain't been there in a minute. And Kansas City, they when the last time they was about what 6 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years. Okay, but like I said, it ain't gonna work anyway because everybody is talking about how Cleveland is. They didn't have rest. Sometimes rests pay off, but. Yeah. Y'all got the stuff, working in y'all favor right now, everything. But nah. Cinderella got to go home sooner or later. And I think it's going to be more sooner than later.
Well, I'm of course, being the Tigers fan that I am, I'm going to cheer them on, and my encouragement and my thoughts goes to the Detroit Tigers. Viva los Tigres. They're going we talked about, we always talk about going and doing the predictions. Of course, I'm predicting the Tigers. And of course, I already know you picking the Guardians.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, but then the thing is, you know what would even be better? Okay, let's just, even though it ain't going to happen, let's say they make it to the World Series. We will have to do, what would be even better is to do the show that Saturday at the game. Man, look at me, man. I'm stabbing myself. It ain't gonna happen anyway. I ain't worried.
It's a great possibility. Why? Because they still playing. We talked about the fat lady being in the limo. How we put her back on the Dream Cruise, sent her back up Woodward. How we sent her out 75. How we took her to Popeyes. Say it again.
Where is she at now?
She's sitting in the she's in Cleveland right now. They got her a suite. She at the suite right now. She's at the she's leaving her suite hotel room, and she's in the limo again, driving to the stadium.
Okay, let me ask you this, my diehard Tiger fan buddy, co-host. So, if they go to the World Series and they don't win the World Series, you'll still be satisfied?
No, the fan in me, yes. The competitor in me, no. Because if you're there, you might as well win it. The fan in me says yes because they were terrible in the beginning. Well, barely at 500, under 500, playing like they didn't want to be there, having stretches where it was just outrageous, and they were, just terrible at the stretches. And for them to come back and do what they're doing now, the fan in me says yes, that's successful. The competitor in me says no. You don't go there just to be there. You go there to win it. It's a little bit different.
Okay. But you know what I was looking at too? This team is nowhere as good as the Kenny Rogers team and the teams after that. The teams that what's my man that used to be the manager? I can't even think of his name. But those teams he took to the World Series, they had Cabrera, they had all them people and didn't do nothing, right? If AJ Hinch does that, man, he probably can write his own check.
Well, we already got the Cy Young winner and Tariq Skubal, and there's a good chance we're gonna have the coach of the year, manager of the year, and the guy that came from Houston. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's pulling the right strings at the right time. The team believe in him, and they love him, and they do everything they can to play for him and for each other. So that's all you can ask for.
It reminds me of a Little League World Series team. Man, I hope I ain't put. Man, I know I ain't put.
Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the team from Taylor won it? Those kids from Taylor won the Little League World Series from Michigan, and they did it in fine fashion. Them boys was hitting everything in sight.
But eventually, the clock strikes 12. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a possibility or that won't happen. I'm just saying I hope that it don't happen.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Not ready for us, man. Not yet. It's a good story for the Kodiak kids or whatever, cardiac kids. Good story, but nah, they ain't going to the series. Nah. Everything got to come to an end, man.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but right now, let's just ride it out. Let's just ride it out. It's fall. The Cinderella and the pumpkins. There's plenty of pumpkins in the pumpkin patch. The Charlie Brown ain't came on yet with the Great Pumpkin. And we gonna keep on going.
Miss Trick or Treating for the Great Pumpkin. He brings all kids toys and stuff. Yeah.
we still good. We still good. All right. Good morning, Steven. Let's see. He says, Moneyball. They keep getting on base. On August 11th, they had a 0.1 chance to make the playoffs. Young teams don't get tired. He's cracking on you in the Stankies. I thought it was able to make the playoffs. Let's see. I don't know what they'll never see come. I think that was situational. Good morning, Tiger fans, and go blue. Of course, he said that. Marcus says go Tigers, and of course, I always say Viva los Tigres. Francona.
Who said go Tigers?
Marcus. He's wearing his jersey right now. He's wearing his jersey.
That's what happens. That's what happens. The public school system is failing us at an alarming rate.
Wait a minute. You a DPS graduate? Marcus a DPS graduate?
Who a DPS graduate?
You, Detroit Public Schools.
I didn't go to Detroit Public Schools. I graduated like Ricky Vaughn, correctional facility.
Your granddad ain't gonna come back and get you for that one.
He probably will. He's sitting right there on the table. He probably will. Right there in the thing on the table. He probably will.
He gonna get you for that. Tonight, he gonna meet you like this. You gonna wake up like, I'm sorry, granddad. I'm just
I ain't going to bed. All the windows open. I ain't going to bed.
He gonna meet you in your dream like,
yeah.
And I was there through 10th grade, so hey, I learned a lot of good things in Detroit Public Schools, and they still doing good things over there. Cass and Renaissance had their game against each other yesterday. They were showing on the internet how the band went over and played against each other, and how they were trying to overplay each other at the same time. Basic stuff like that. Fun stuff.
Drumline. Okay, drumline.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Instead of just the drumline, it was the whole band. They marched the whole band over there.
Oh, the whole band.
The game was at Renaissance. Cass was in the stands. They playing. All of a sudden, you see Renaissance come walking over there. The whole band. And that's when they playing in front of each other. They going back and forth, playing different songs. I said, oh my God. I miss those days. I miss that.
Who won the game?
I have no idea. I don't know.
He did all that tonight.
Anybody out there can look that up for us real quick? Who won the Cass Renaissance game? I was just too busy laughing at the fact that they were playing against each other in the stands, and stuff like that never ends. Whether it's Cass Renaissance or Cass King or any of the Detroit Public Schools left, when they have rivalries like that, how much fun it is to do that. And you see it here, DPS. I'm down here in Texas. They the same way. DeSoto versus what's the other big team they play against every year? Oh man, it's Oak Cliff, not Oak Cliff, but it's another big school down here that send all the kids to all the schools, and it'll come to me in a second. But that's where they have a lot of great rivalries, and they do a lot of the same things in terms of the drum line, the band, and everything and the like. So right now, I'm still really excited about our Tigers. That great road trip. I want to thank Felix for subliminally suggesting I go down there. I play hooky, got to get off work, went down there, drove down there, and so of course we already got his prediction, the Guardians, and I got the Tigers. Who you got for the Royals and the Yankees?
I got off the phone with Aaron Judd about an hour ago, so I'm gonna go with the Yankees.
Okay.
If they don't win it this year, if they don't even get out the first round, you gotta break that whole team up for real, because that's pathetic.
I'm gonna go with the Yankees too, even though I got a feeling Kansas City gonna beat them. But I'm gonna say Yankees. I really feel that the Kansas City really gonna beat them. Honestly, we got Padres and the Dodgers.
You know what? I've been pondering this one all week because I said we both agree. The Dodgers are a good regular season team. Come to playoffs, they wet the bed. But I think it's going to change because I believe O'Shea Hatani going to be like, hey, man, I didn't come over here for this. I could have stayed in L.A., like, for real.
I could have stayed on the other side of the city.
Yeah, I could have stayed on the other side of the city. I think, but see, it's going to come Bip Roberts. I don't know, man. And then is Mookie Betts even playing?
I think so.
I don't know, man. Come back to me on that one. Because then Tatis, Machado, if I had the gun to my head, I'm going to go with San Diego, man, because they always wet the bed.
I'm going to say Dodgers, and here's why. Real simple. They're the darling of the league. What does MLB want? They want the Yankees and the Dodgers. That's what they want.
Well, then it won't be the Tigers in the World Series, so I won't have to wear the stuff.
I'm saying what MLB wants. I'm not saying what's going to happen. They're going to do everything to keep the Dodgers there. You know, you got if Ohtani can get away with the fact he did all that cheating and blamed it on his translator, they're gonna do their best to get the Dodgers to the World Series.
You really think he cheated?
Yeah, I think he did all that gambling. Oh yeah,
Really?
You can't have two of your best players of all time getting kicked out for gambling. One just died, and the other still in the league right now.
Now, would it be a distaste to put him in the hall now that he's deceased?
The term was lifetime ban, but I don't think he's gonna go, because if you're not gonna put Shoeless Joe in there, if you're not because of his gambling, then they're not gonna put Pete Rose in there.
You don't think even though he's deceased?
It would be the right thing to do. If that's the case, you got to go in and put in all the steroid people, and they're not gonna do that either.
Which is Barry Bonds and Roger and I mean everybody. I mean, yeah.
We've talked about this before. I think that they should be in there. Why? Because it was a part of the game at the time, something that they promoted.
Correct.
You can't promote it as a league and then slap them on the hands and say, no, you're not supposed to do that.
Correct.
You can't do that.
Correct.
We got Philadelphia and the Mets.
Man, the Mets, because Philly, man, you already know. You already know, man. We sat here last year, right? Wasn't that you that sent me that clipping when the people were walking out of this? Right, man, you already know. Nope. They're going to have two things in common. Their football team suck and their baseball team suck. The only thing going to be good for Philly is the basketball team.
Good.
That's it.
I'm going with Philly.
You going with Philly?
Mr. Austin, if you're watching, I got to back you up in your team. I'm going with Philly. Because here's why. They might not make it out the parking lot. They're going to ride and turn their cars, the players' cars over if they lose this year. You see how they walked out of their Christmas house.
Man, the Mets, you know what? The Mets, if you really want to be for real, the Mets will be the same equivalent as the Tigers. The only difference is they're in the National League and they're in the American League. The Mets, that story is just as good as that Tiger story.
Yeah. I agree. And I actually like the Mets better. How can you not like a team called the Metropolitans? How can you not like that? And just like the Knicks, the Knickerbockers, how can you not like that name?
See, back when Mike was playing with him, it was something different. Mr. Piazza. When Mike was playing, it was something. Because he took, to me, my personal opinion on this show, he took the flavor out of the Subway Series between him and the Yankees, to me. Mike Piazza was, he went from the dark hair to the blonde hair and all. I was like, yeah, so.
I stopped liking him before that.
Oh, you stopped?
I was a big Piazza fan when he first came league. His uncle, his godfather was Tommy Lasorda. Great story, undrafted, makes his way up through the minors to the majors. But when when what's his name threw that bat at him, when Roger Clemens threw that bat at him and he turned tail, oh no. We're not turning tail on nobody. You throw something at me like that. I'm gonna wrap that bat around your neck, and I'll take that fine.
We ain't harbor no cowards. Yeah, we ain't harbor no cowards.
That's what turned me about Mike Piazza. He was like, "What's going on here? I didn't see what happened." Yeah, you saw that bat come through and get thrown at you.
But you know what? What's the name has done maybe too. That's why they don't really want to put Roger in. Just to go back to that, because Roger Clemens have done some dirty stuff. Remember, what was that when they played the Boston series? He was a Yankee then, and he throw that he threw the bat at he threw the ball. I'm trying to remember which one of them Yankees. He was a Yankee.
Like chin music.
He threw the ball at the dude from the Red Sox as he was trotting down the first. Roger did some stuff too now. So I get it, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But to me, that's just my opinion. Mike Piazza it used to have a little pizzazz, the Subway Series. And then once he went blonde, and then when he went to the Dodgers, I was like, yeah, so.
Wait a minute. So he went from good Hulk Hogan to bad Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, he was yeah. Yep, Hollywood Hogan. Yep, he went from Hollywood Hogan. I was like, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like John Rucker.
Now, who again? Say that again.
I say like John Rocker. You know John Rocker, right?
Yeah, John Rocker, yeah.
This was out of all the jerseys I ever owned. Baseball, and Marcus will tell you, I got a lot of them. I caught so much grief by wearing that jersey to work. I don't even think I gave it to somebody, to be honest with you. I think I rolled down 696 and just took it off and threw it out the window. I think that's what I did.
Who was it?
I had John Rocker for the Atlanta Braves. You don't remember John Rocker?
Yeah, I remember Rocker. I'll say who was it? Whose jersey was it? Okay, I got it.
It was my jersey.
Right.
But the dude I get my jerseys from, he was like, man, I got something that'll set you off, man. Don't nobody got this jersey. I was like, who is John Rocker? And I remember how he used to run all fast coming out the bullpen to come. I was like, give me that jersey.
Yeah.
And Steve Harris, because me and Steve Harris work. We good friends. He could tell you, man, I caught so much grief with that. I took the jersey off driving down 696 going home and threw it out the window. To this day, I don't know what happened to it. A truck probably got it. Bambi probably crossed 696 and took. I was like, I would never wear this jersey.
I know this is wrong to say, but if somebody living on the underpass looking real good right now.
I could not believe. I never seen people dislike somebody that much in my entire life. For real. I was like, they like, man, you crazy. They was like, man, you crazy for wearing that jersey. I'm like, what's wrong with John Rocker? Go back and look at the stuff he said. And then that's when I started reading the stuff, and I said, no, let me take this.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, he ran off at the mouth a little bit. Yeah. All right, we got to jump over to college. Before we do that, don't forget to click like, click share, and let folks know that it's Saturday. What happens on Saturday? Felix and Kamau get on here. We have a great time with Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. And you also got to get this book, Sports, A Grateful Journey Every Day by one Mr. Marcus Home, the whiz that lives in Oz. He's in the background doing this thing like he always does. He's come to you every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern with his show Love and Stuff. And we have a bunch of shows within the Love and Stuff diaspora. Love and Stuff, which is the flagship show, Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. We have Dr. V, when she comes on from time to time. We got Love and Scriptures, Love and Music, Love and History with Brother Williams. We got to get him back. I might have to make him road trip though and go talk to him and get him back in the fold. But we're gonna make it happen. Now we're gonna jump into college. Of course, we're gonna start with Michigan State. They are 3-3 after losing last night to Oregon, 31-10. They've lost 2 in a row. Last week they lost to Ohio State, 38-7. But this is playing right to the script. They're in the meat of their schedule where they went 3-1 over the first 4, and they were supposed to lose the next 4. But we're gonna see what happens. That they might be able to sneak one out of that. Like it's falling to right where we thought 5-7, 6-6, 7-5, somewhere right around in there. Did you get to see any of the game last night?
Yeah, I got to see that scrimmage. I mean, at the end of the day, they're gonna appreciate when they become juniors and seniors. They're gonna appreciate this loss that they got last night, because at the end of the day, you went out to Eugene, you were undermatched, you were undersized. They're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger. Aiden Charles, he did okay. He did what Aiden Charles was supposed to do. A freshman learning on the job, right? Mm-hmm. When they become juniors and seniors, whether they transfer or not, they'll appreciate this learning experience. Now, the bad thing is, you gotta have some pride, man. You gotta have some type of respect. They went up and down the field and did what they wanted to do. Come on, man. Yeah, you picked my man off for 2 times and whatever, but you got to translate that into points. Yeah, it ain't a turnover if you don't translate no points. Okay, yeah, you got two INTs, but yeah, transfer it into points. But like you said, we figure that's about where they at. But the sad thing is, they're 3-3, and Colorado is 4-1.
Speaking of 4-1, the team in Ann Arbor is 4-1. They won last week, but what we expect them to do, beat Minnesota. They have a national championship rematch. They go to Washington today. That game is this afternoon. It is a so-called national championship rematch. Both head coaches are gone. Most of the players are gone. Few players left. A smattering of players left that are starters on both teams. Right now, it's a whole new ball game. Can they get? But with Michigan playing the way they're playing, can they sustain this winning formula?
You ask me?
Yeah.
That's a L. They're gonna lose. If you're asking me, because you can't put the ball in there. Can't throw the ball.
That's true.
You got two rats that can't find cheese.
So you said a blind nut can't find a squirrel.
There you go. You can't. Look. And when I watched the Minnesota game, because last week I did take Minnesota, and Minnesota almost did it.
Mm-hmm.
I see y'all trying to go back to the old 80s Bo Schembechler. Big fella can't hard that all game like that. That's about to come to an end. And what's the name? What's the name is not that good neither. Number 7. He just fell off the face of the earth. You got one reliable Edwards.
Okay, Edwards. Okay,
you got one reliable receiver. That's your tight end. You're gonna end up getting him killed. Orgy is, like I said, you never should have let the guy that's the quarter. You never should have let McNamara walk out the door. You would have been that much further ahead.
Yeah.
But no, it's the Michigan way. So, they're going to see. They're going to lose. Yeah, they're going to lose tonight. You can't even pass.
Well, you've already given your assessment. You didn't give the score, but you gave your assessment. Steven has given his in the opposite fashion, 35-14 in Washington, which is going to be a tall order. We're going to save our predictions to the end like we always do.
You put up 35 points, you can't pass.
Yeah, I don't think they did put 35 points. Well, no, I can't say that. They've had scoring days, but I don't. We're gonna see. We shall see.
3 and 5 is how much? 8.
Yep.
Okay, that's what they're gonna score. See, I'm good with them numbers. 3 and 5 is 8. There you go.
Okay. All right. I'm not saying that it won't happen. But we gonna save our predictions to the end of the game. We're going to save that. We're going to hold that just a little bit. Last week's game of the week lived up to the billing. Georgia and Alabama. Alabama went out there and smacked them boys around real good in that first half. And then in the second half came out and decided to play not to lose. Georgia said, well, we still got a game. They came back and started winning. And all of a sudden they said, okay, let's turn back on the game. Let's turn back the gas on you. Let's put the nitrous oxide in the tank, and we're going to run right by them. They did. They scored real quick, and then the freshman defensive back made the interception. They hold on to win the game. That was one good game. I really did enjoy watching that game. I was in and out watching it, sleep. It was a great game. What did you get a chance to see it at all, sir?
I'm concerned. I'm really concerned for the board. I'm really concerned. You were up 30-7, and you couldn't close that out. I'm concerned. And the sad thing is, you're going to have to see them again. Yep. You're going to have to see Georgia again. You're going to have to see Georgia.
And that's exactly what I said. Is I don't know how much of a handle he has on this team. That's what I said last week.
And Georgia, the second time around, you got to dance with the devil. Kirby Smart and them going to smack them, dude. Because it's too many flaws, man. You up 30-7. That final score should have been.
Well, we lost Felix. Hopefully, we can get him back really quickly. We both agreed that Georgia probably should have won that game last week. We said that before the game started, and then until the game started, Georgia will probably wind up playing against Alabama again in the SEC championship in Atlanta in December for the chance to go for depending who's going to get what seed in the college playoff. I'm pretty sure both teams will make it. Whoever wins that game will probably be a top 4 seed and get a home bye, and the other team will maybe be a 6 or a 7 and have to go on the road and play somebody, which would be a tough matchup for anybody, no matter what it is. But either way, that was a great game. This week's game of the week is number 9 Missouri versus number 25 Texas A&M. Missouri seems like they every 3, 4, 5 years they put together a good team where they come back and do some things. I think that's what they're going to be doing this year. See, let me bring Felix back on in. Oh, there we go. We got him. Well, what I was saying, we moved to this week's game of the week. We got number 9 Missouri versus number 25 Texas A&M. down in College Station.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say? Missouri is number what?
Number 9.
See, we talked about that. That is, man. How many losses they got now?
They're undefeated.
Wow. Missouri is, yeah, I did say that would be the sleeper, Missouri. Mm-hmm. So is Texas A&M at Missouri? Or Missouri?
Is that in A&M? It's in College Station.
Kyle Field.
Yep.
Home of the 12th.
Home of the 13th man.
Oh, yeah, the 13th. 12th man is
13th man. 13th man is Seattle. 12th man is A&M.
Wow. I don't know. If I had to take it, because they dropped it.
Hold on to it. We're just gonna comment on it right now. We're not gonna give our prediction, of course. That's one of our games at the end. We're gonna comment on. I like Missouri so far this year. Every 3, 4, 5 years or so, they cycle through and they put the team together. They normally have good looking uniforms. But in terms of a great team, it's a cycle for them, and it's hard to do being in the SEC when you trying to compete against Alabama, Georgia. Now you got Texas A&M, Oklahoma. So right now that who's going? That's 5 teams right there. 5 teams that every year could make the playoffs easily. So where do you fall in terms of recruits, and especially with in the Asian NIL and collectors? How does that shake out for you? So we're gonna come back to that one at the end, but that's our game of the week for this week. We're gonna jump over to the NFL, and our Lions are 3-1 going to the bye week. Aiden Hutchinson is the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Jared Goff has a perfect game on Monday night, and his coach overlooked him. Didn't even give him the game ball. Didn't even know he was 18 for 18. Didn't know he set the NFL record, NFL modern record. The other record was 1 for 1. 1 for 1. This guy went 18 for 18. He did it so calm and so cool and so quietly. You think it was a big deal that the coach didn't recognize him?
You don't have a coach. That's why you ain't recognize. You're not a coach. We go from bad to worse, man. How much time we got left in the show? We go from bad. Well, what JJ said on Good Time. Whoa, time is running out. You don't have a coach. This is okay. Yes, congratulations. You beat Seattle. At the end of the day, you done lost to Seattle 6 years straight. 6 years. You finally beat him. Okay. He went 18 for 18. Okay. Now it's going to get crunch time. Because when you come back next week, you got to go 12 weeks. No bye. You got to hope everybody stay healthy. This is when you about to see he's not a coach. This is when you really about to see, I got 20. I'm at the blackjack. Hit me.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, I love it. I can't wait.
Yeah. Old 3 Magic Beans going to have to show what he's about. Show his medal. Moving forward, Old 3 Magic Beans. I'll never stop calling him that. And I actually have to apologize. I didn't think that Aiden Hutchinson was going to be the player that he's turned out to be. I've said he's going to be good, but I didn't think he was number 3 draft good. He has shown so far that them drafting him in that position has paid off for him and for the team. Yes, sir. Go.
Is he better than Sue?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. That's the only thing.
But
no.
How many years apart?
You said no. I said
no, he's not. No, he's not even close.
Is he anywhere close to Sue?
No.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Sue can come back right now and have a better season. He can, honestly. And
you said who?
Sue can come back right now and have a better season than he does. But that's because I'm biased, for one, because I'm a big Ndamukong Suh fan. Still mad that he left. He should have never went to Miami. He should have stayed in Detroit.
We ran him out.
Yeah, they won. They didn't want to pay him.
No, they said he changed the culture with all the stuff off the season. Remember the car accident?
And he got to do with
not my words, not my words.
Mike and Terry.
Off the car accident. Remember when he pushed Jay Cutler down, gave him a concussion? That was an extra flag. That stuff is what made them not resign him. They say that's not being a Lions player.
You need a little extra on your team.
I'm telling you, man, I don't sit in the office, man. If I sat in the office,
I understand why they did what they did. The Lions say that they want certain types of players. I get it. But you need somebody with a little extra that ain't afraid to stir the pot. Dennis Rodman was instrumental on how many teams winning championships and how many players getting MVPs because he did the stuff that nobody else would do.
No. Them Laker teams. He didn't win no championship. They didn't win no championship when he wore 73. And Kirk Rambis had to send him home because he came to the game with no shoes. When he played for the Spurs with the black guy was the coach. He was dating Madonna. Turmoil. When he played with the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban couldn't. No. The only good resume he had was with us in the Bulls. Everybody else, he flamed out. No.
I agree. However, when he went to San Antonio, they started winning.
No, they did not. No,
you're right. David Robinson got an MVP. That's who? David Robinson won MVP.
But Dennis Rodman wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was not. They starting five was Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Avery Johnson. Who was the other? No, it was Bruce Bowen. It was Bruce Bowen, and it was my man, the dude that came out of Drexel. No, Dennis Rodman was not there.
He was coming off the bench. He wasn't starting, but he wasn't.
Rodman was not there. He wasn't even on the team. Dale Ellis was still on there. He wasn't even on the team. No.
I'll look it up.
Talking about the year David Robinson scored 71 against the Clippers.
Right.
No, Dennis Rodman was not on that team. No, sir.
I'll look it up. But the point is, Dennis Rodman was able to go in and stir the pot to make things better for the team, the program, and sell tickets. And you need
what teams? I just gave you 3 examples. Them teams flamed out. The Spurs wasn't good. The Lakers wasn't good. And what's the name? Dallas
Mavericks. That's why the
Lakers
and the Mavericks brought him in to sell tickets. He was the draw.
How did they bring him in to sell tickets when they got rid of him, sir? You wouldn't have ever brought him in.
They brought him in initially to sell tickets, but they understood he understood the assignment, but they didn't understand what he was going to bring to 100% to the table. Dennis Rodman knew what he was going to do. And they was hoping they didn't be able to control him.
Rodman was a distraction more than an attraction.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so when the year he got arrested in the Auburn Hills parking lot with the gun where he was going to commit suicide. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His career was going down. Then right after that, what did he do? You don't know? That's when he did the dress.
Put the color in his hair.
That's when Mike went to Phil and said, "Can you control this guy?" He said, "Yeah." Game 2 of the finals that year, where was Dennis Rodman at? WWF. Remember? He left. That's what I'm saying. He was more of a distraction than he was an attraction. If you really want to be for real, if that Seattle team was a little bit better than what they was, would they would have upset Mike Neal? Probably. They would have had a chance.
I'm gonna tell you why Seattle didn't win that game, that series, because Gary Payton thought it was a good idea to mop off to Michael Jordan. They was gonna win that game until he got in Mike's face talking junk. Mike was like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it a little bit then." Oh,
he didn't go off till game 4. When they were facing elimination. Remember, Chicago jumped out 3-0. That was the year Mike's first year back after his father passed. When his father got murdered.
When they played Seattle.
They went 72-10 that year. That was the year, his first year back playing.
That was this first full year back.
Right. They went 72-10. The year he came back after his father passed, they got eliminated by Orlando. The very next year, they went 72-10. That he won it on Father's Day. That's when he broke down. what I'm saying. Right. So that's what I'm saying. They already was up 3-0. John Sally even said it. We lost to Seattle. We flying back to Chicago, Mike and them on a boat playing cards. It was already evident. It was, if you go back and you look, they might come knock on my door after I leak this secret out. If you go back and look, no NBA final goes past Father's Day. Look, quote, just go check what I'm saying. No NBA finals go past Father's Day. That's why it'd be so happy that we be happy to have something to watch on Father's Day. Nothing goes past Father's Day.
I never looked at it like that.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Nothing goes past Father's Day. Every time an NBA final game 7, it's been on Father's Day. Or they make it the game 6 is Father's Day. Game 7 will be that Wednesday. It never goes past. It never goes past. Like I say, if you hear a knock at the door and the screen go black, they got me. Yeah. But that's what that it's set up like that.
Okay. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward real quick. Kirk Cousins has had 2 game-winning drives this season. Is Kirk Cousins clutch now?
No, Kirk Cousins is what me and you said. Smart. He actually went to class. I don't care what they say about him as an athlete. Kirk Cousins actually went to class at Michigan State. Here's why. He threw for 509 yards Monday. Mm-hmm. They lost in overtime. No matter what he does.
They won in overtime.
I mean, they won in overtime, sorry. No matter what he does, the rest of this year, they're going to still go back to that one game Monday night. He threw for 509. That's going to get him paid again because they're going to say, well, dog, here's the funny thing, though. I had to break it down to my man at work yesterday. Who would you take right now? Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers?
I'm always going to say Kirk Cousins because I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I don't either. But the stats is what they are.
Right.
Which brings me to the next point of we should have touched on it. The little Devontae Adams thing.
Oh, that's right next. Will he get traded? Will Devontae Adams get traded? Are they gonna send him to New Orleans?
He's doing who not to learn better from. He doing exactly what Aaron doing. That's why I can't stand that stuff, man. I'm with Shaq. Stop babying these athletes, even though it's basketball, football. Stop baby. Look, man, go where you want to go. You should have stayed in Green Bay. You voted. You went over there with your college quarterback. That didn't work. Now they got you on camera saying, man, I got to get out of here before I get killed. Man, I ain't never been hit this many times in my whole career. Quit. Retire. Quit. Because going to New York ain't going to change nothing. It's not going to change nothing.
You're going to deal with that press, and I don't think he can deal with the press.
And then you're going to not only the press, you're about to mess up that locker room because you're going to become Aaron's favorite target, which means the rest of them receivers are going to be like, okay, watch this. My bad, man. I ain't mean to drop it. My bad.
All right. Really quickly before we get get to the WNBA, what's going on in Jacksonville, man? They 0-4. Blind Jerry Curl ain't playing up to what he's supposed to be doing. Is everything okay?
He got his bag. That's the whole point. You play to get your money, right? He got his money. He's straight. They can release him right now. He's still, I ain't gonna say he's set for life, but he got his bag. If
he do what he's supposed to do, he's set for life because a big chunk of that contract was very much so guaranteed.
Right, but I'm just saying I've never been there. Anything that come out of Clemson, as long as Dabo Swinney there, I'm not, because I don't like Dabo Swinney. I just don't.
Hold on. You said something. What's the quarterback in Cleveland name? Mr. Touchy-Feely.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, and then we got Blind Jerry Curl down in Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, they came in the league doing real well, and all of a sudden they're not doing so well at all. And you're right, they pattern what's going on over in Clemson. Clemson is having a better year after having 2 or 3 down years, but they still not the program that they were before. And I actually am a Dabo Swinney fan because he crazy. Excuse me, he's something wrong with that boy.
You like Dabo Swinney?
It's hard not to like him because he's on the sideline talking junk, and when he win, he talk big junk. But when he lose, he's just he will say yes, we lost, and the better team won, and we need. So it's hard not to like a guy who take it on the chin just as much as he when he throwing the punches. So it's hard not to like that.
So Dabo, in your eyes, Dabo Swinney is a top 10 college football coach?
No, because he won't do it. He won't do what he need to do long term to win. Dabo Swinney right now is Tom Izzo in college football. That's what.
Wow.
And I hate to say that because I love Tom Izzo. He just got inducted to the High Schools Hall of Fame.
If you don't,
he wanted the old way. He want to keep trying to do it the old way, but that's not how the system works now. You got to go in the portal and get you some players. You got to go out there and do more than just build your team with freshmen out of high school. Yeah.
Well, see, I maybe not so much because your man didn't do that neither. Uncle Nick didn't do that. Uncle Nick didn't go to that portal.
Initially, no. But when he saw everybody around here getting the ball and players, he's like, "Oh, I think I just might need to go in there." And what did he say at that tailgate, the show? You got to pay the right people.
Yeah.
He didn't say people. He said in Memphis. He said you got to. He said it's not that you got to go pay him. You got to pay the right bleeps. That's what he said. All right, we're gonna jump really quickly in the women's sports WNBA, the playoffs. Last night, the Vegas Aces beat the Liberty, and the Liberty are up right now 2-1. The Lynx beat the Sun, and they are up 2-1. The game tomorrow for Game 3. It's on the Sunday-Tuesday rotation, and we picked. You picked the Liberty. I picked the Aces. You picked the Lynx. I picked the Sun. Right now, you look like you sitting pretty with those predictions, and we're gonna jump a little bit. We got some coaches firings going on. Teaspoon, of course, we knew in the last week. Kurt Miller in LA and Tanisha Wright for the Atlanta Dream. I can understand Kurt Miller. But his best player got hurt and she couldn't go to the Olympics, and they went down from there. Tanisha Wright, they went to the playoffs, even though they had a negative record. And they still fired her. So my question is, how come they ain't fired that coach over there on down the road in Dallas? To me, that's the one who needed to go because they were a playoff team last year. They brought back almost everybody, and they played terrible, just like Charles Barkley. They played terrible.
But then they start out like undefeated at first?
Yep, they were 5-0, 6-0, something like that.
So they didn't fire the Fever coach neither, right?
They're the only ones that have been fired so far.
So the Fever coach hasn't been fired.
Nope.
That's what I thought who would be going.
Indiana Fever, yeah, that's Teaspoon.
No, Teaspoon was the.
No, you're right. No, they did fire her because they made the playoffs. They made that run down the stretch, and they were. Oh. So she's still there. She's still there.
Okay, that's the one I was shocked. I thought they would have canned her.
No, they went to the playoffs, even though they lost in the first round. They went from like the 7th seed to like the 5 seed or something like that. Okay. They started winning down the stretch. She's solid for now, but it's like anything else is a business. You never know what's going to happen down the road.
Right. Okay.
All right, everybody. It's about that time. We're going to take a quick pause for the calls as we jump into Stoopid Sports News. All right, everybody. Made it back just in time. Had to turn the fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. As we jump with the Stoopid Sports News, we got one thing. Something that you don't normally see. You normally see the players ready to throw some blows. Right. Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve was ready to throw the blows in the tunnel after the game against the Connecticut Sun. She was mad at the Connecticut Sun because they were celebrating what she thought was too much after they closed out the game in Game 3. And so, no, after Game 1, I'm sorry. So she was like, meet me outside. Out in the tunnel, confronted the team. Of course, she got fined. Well, it hasn't been resolved yet. It just came out. Somebody kept a real good secret. How do you keep that a secret? I don't know.
Right.
It just came out yesterday that she was in the hallway talking mad cash, ready to fight. I like that. I like that as a coach. If we gonna back it up. We gonna you it's like that, or I'm sure you was really like that then. What you think?
See, you like violence.
I like to see a coach back up the players because it's been a tough series. Even in the regular season, they've been going back and forth a lot in terms of getting each other face, hard fouls, and stuff like that. They have a nice little rivalry between the Sun and the Lynx. The Lynx are up, they have a pretty good chance of closing it out tomorrow. What are your thoughts on Coach out there ready to throw them bows?
Well, that would be like the same when Becky Hammond, right? When the Aces won and she came in party with them. So yeah. And hers was a little bit more funny.
With the champagne in her hand, sitting Indian style.
Theirs was a little bit more funny, but yeah, I agree.
She was sitting, if you didn't know that was her, you just thought that was like somebody on the team. I was like, that's the coach in the middle of everybody with the champagne, sitting Indian style, while everybody talking junk, and she was just like, yup.
She was like that, yeah.
That's like, she got that from one being the player, two from Bill Lambert, because Bill Lambert would have did the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think was it wrong? Yes, it's wrong. But if she like, if we all in this together, I'm gonna start. Y'all have my back. Y'all have my back. I would tell my team that all the time. Say, I almost got a tech out here. All this yelling I did. Y'all better have my back out here and go out here and play better. Referee to calm me down, even though he was wrong, and he was wrong. Y'all better go ahead and play better.
Right.
Parents be like, tell him, coach. All my career, I never got a tech, but I did get a yellow card in one volleyball game. Not because I was yelling and screaming, because I went across it was a line you're not supposed to cross. Little line on the floor I went across.
This guy.
And the referee was like, and I was like, what? He goes, I've known you for 20 years. I know you know better. Yeah. I was like, you right. And I had to sit the rest of the
time. Sports Talks fans, DPS finest.
I was in Madison Heights at the time. I was at Lanphier at the time. It was a district game.
DPS finest.
I've known that referee for years. He's like, Williams, I know you know better. I was like,
right.
You right. So I had to sit for the rest of that game, but not the whole match. And the players, the players were teasing me. Come on, coach, you know better. Right. All right, we're gonna jump into our predictions. As of last week, Felix is 23-15. I am 22-16. Felix so gladly let me know that he was one game off from being perfect in the NFL. I missed a couple on each side.
Come on down this side. Don't go.
It's all right. We only one game away. We only one game apart. All right. And our game of the week, Missouri versus Texas A&M, down in Kyle Field with the 12th man. Who you got?
Man, that's a scary one there. Give me a Missouri. You say Missouri and give me Missouri.
Okay.
The show me state. Give me Missouri. 27-17.
All right. I'm pretty close to you. I like Missouri 27-13. You said 17. I'm saying 13.
All righty.
All right. SMU and Louisville. SMU has been playing some great ball this season. Last week they jumped on TCU like they stole something. Was it the week before that, something like that? They're playing great over there on the in Highland Park, Texas, on the north side of Dallas, near the fair. Who you got?
Where's that at? At Louisville?
It's at Louisville.
Give me Louisville.
Okay.
Louisville. 24-14.
I like SMU. I'm going to go with the Stallions.
The Mustangs.
Close enough. Mustangs, SMU Mustangs. 14-7. Ole Miss, South Carolina. The underrated game of the week.
Ole Miss going to bounce back from that loss. Give me Ole Miss 35-24.
I like South Carolina.
The Gamecocks.
Not only because they got the best name, other than that University of Isaiah. I don't want nobody mad at me. We gonna leave that alone for another day. I'll text you what it is. Ole Miss, I like South Carolina, 33-12.
Good.
And next we got Michigan and Washington. And the so-called.
Give me the Huskies. 31-28. I don't even know how you get 28, but I don't even know how y'all get 28. But yeah, 31-28.
This game is it's almost like I predict this game going into 5 overtimes. It's going to be a high score because neither team is where they should be, and neither team is playing up to their potential. So it's going to be 14-14 at the end of this regulation, and the game is going to end 59-57 Washington. Because Washington going to have to go for 2, and they're going to get it, and Michigan ain't. It's going to go into 5 overtimes.
5 overtimes? Wow.
That's my prediction.
All right.
All right. Move to the NFL. We got Baltimore and Cincinnati. Baltimore is playing much better football. Cincinnati, they playing. Who you got?
Give me Cincy. I got Cincy with the upset.
Okay.
28-14.
I'm going to go with Baltimore because they play well on the road. They've been playing well on the road, even though they didn't win in Kansas City on that first game. I'm going to go Baltimore. Baltimore is playing very well right now. I'm going to go 28-21. Pulling away at the end. We got Buffalo and Houston down in Houston. 2 great teams right now. 2 teams playing very, very well. What say you?
Give me Buffalo Wild Wings. 17-13.
I'm going with Houston. The Texans. I like the Texans. The boys is playing good ball right now. I like Houston. 28-17. All right. And we got the old rivalry, the great rivalry. Dallas versus Pittsburgh. Monday night football.
Sunday night
football. Dallas and Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh. Terrible tars. Cool weather. Might not be cold, but it's going to be cool.
Give me Pittsburgh. 21-13.
Okay. I like Pittsburgh myself. I'm going to go a little higher than that. I'm going to go 31-17. And Monday night, New Orleans, the Who Dat, going to Kansas City, get the barbecue. Kansas City style big bags.
Give me the Chiefs. 27-24.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans should win this game. They should, but they're not. Kansas City, they the cardiac kids. I don't know how they keep pulling off these victories with the dumb stuff they keep doing. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City, 28-21. No, 28-25. No, 25-21. There we go. 25-21. 25-21. All right, everybody. We got our next show will be next week, October 12th. We're getting close to doing an NBA preview. Do you think we should do an NHL preview? You think we got enough hockey fans out there to do a whole preview, or just talk about the Red Wings?
Let's sleep on it.
All right. We're gonna do an NBA preview because we got LeBron playing with his son right now, little Bronny. LeBron, they might as well get it out the way now because LeBron gonna be down in the G League, and it's all right. Nothing wrong with that. That's what he wanted. He wanted the son to be able to play with him for now, and that dream has been realized. But will it be in a regular season game? Maybe at the end of the season for one game, for the publicity, and then then LeBron can either go to another team or go off into the sunset. All right, young man. Great show once again. Thank you, everybody. What you forgot something? Where your best friend at?
Ah, man, he took the week off. Say he'd be back next week.
He said he'd be back next week. You normally keep it right on the desk with you.
Yeah, he said be back next week.
All right, everybody. See everybody on 12. Have a great day. Be safe. And thank you once again. And see everybody on the rest of the Love and Stuff Diaspora.